Good morning. I want to welcome everyone here. We're announcing a new partnership with one of the new companies in Schenectady, S-Cube, and some emerging technology that they're working on and developing. It's called Beacon technology, which is a proximity-based device where when you have a smartphone and you walk in that area, you will get a message on your phone. And anybody here today who has an Android phone walking into City Hall, you should have a message or a notice for this technology. And what we're using it for initially is recruitment of candidates to take the police exam, which is coming up on October 3rd. We're doing community outreach. We want women, minorities, individuals in the city of Schenectady to be aware of the test, to take the test. We want individuals to be prepared, to be able to score high on the exam and be reachable as candidates. And this technology also is geared to younger people, where those of us that are a little bit older still read the newspapers and look at billboards and some of those things that are just not perceived to be quite as effective today. Where younger people, everything is based on access through their smartphone, where they get information. And this, while our initial approach is to market information for the civil service exam coming up for the police test, we hope in the near future to be able to get out other community information where it might be the police, and we hope this doesn't happen this year, but if we had a winter where we got a lot of snow and we're doing snow emergencies and had to ask people to move their cars off the street, that we would be able to use this to notify areas of when we're going to go in and plow the streets and do the snow removal. There's other community announcements that would be available for neighborhood associations, other messaging to update on a location-based system, information that's important for us to get out and for people within the community to know. And so with that, I'm going to introduce now the CEO of S-Cube, Suman Akula, who is going to get into some of the more technical aspects and some of the greater potential that we have. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And my name is Suman Akula. I'm the CEO of S-Cube. So before I get into the technical details of what we're talking about today, first I wanted to congratulate the Mayor and also Commissioner Bennett for their commitment and leadership towards the recruitment effort that we're going to have for police officers. So thank you so much for the leadership, and I think this is going to be a good technology towards that. Secondly, I also wanted to thank all the police officers around for the great service. So I wanted, from my perspective, coming from India, I think what I know is that the police officers, what we have is what makes the community strong. So thank you so much for all your efforts. And I think the technology that we are putting behind this is probably going to encourage, attract more people to come in. So the technology that we're talking about, like the mayor was talking, it's proximity-based beacons. So if you look at it, this is a small beacon that we have. So these, all right, sorry. Can you hear me all right now? All right? All right, okay. So the beacon technology, this is the beacon that we're talking about. These are small beacons that can be installed. It might be on the patrol cars, it might be on City Hall, anywhere. Essentially what this beacon does is gives out radio signals. These radio signals can be read by any mobile phones. When I say any mobile phones, essentially Android or iOS devices. What we would like to do with this, essentially think about it as digital flyers. Whatever flyers that we have for police recruitment, let's assume it's in the newspapers or anywhere, this one is an automated digital flyers. If you walk in front of City Hall, it'll give you a flyer automatically. What we are also trying to do is build an application called Nearby. Nearby is going to be an application for Schenectady and eventually for other communities as well, wherein we can provide services. The intent and passion that we have at S-Cube is to make sure that we provide better and efficient services for our citizens. This one is going to give us the technology, and the app that we're talking about is Nearby. It's going to be in the App Store, hopefully in the next 2 days, and in the next few weeks also on Android devices. What we would like to do is think about it once we have, let's assume we install beacons all around in State Street. When you have a visually impaired person who comes in, we can provide them directions turn by turn, wherein it tells them turn right for City Hall, turn left for, wherever they would want to go to. That's one of the use cases. Let's assume we see an issue in front of City Hall and we would want to report it. They can go to the app and report the issue. Tomorrow we have another drive that we would want to do. The notification goes in automatically and also on the app. What we are trying to build here is you have two kinds of technology. One is location-based and one is proximity-based. This one is proximity-based, which gives you the context, wherein it tells you that this person is right in front of City Hall. And the accuracy that you have is absolutely like to the feet. This one goes up to 70 meters. So if you have a person anywhere in the diameter of 70 meters, they get the notification. So I'll stop here. Let me know, if there's anything else that we would want to talk about the technology. But essentially, our intent is to deploy this and use it for many different use cases. Few I gave examples, but there's a lot more that we can work together as a team to provide whatever services that we want for our citizens. Pat, you want to say something?
So my name is Pat Gray. I'm the president of S-Cube, and I'm just really excited. We're a forward-thinking technology company, and we're currently working on projects with cities and state agencies across the country, but we have not found a leadership team, especially Mayor McCarthy, who has been as passionate about forward-thinking technologies as we have. So we think it's a really good fit. We're proud to be part of the Schenectady community and appreciate his support. So that's all I wanted to say.
Now we open up if people have any questions.
Usually, we talk about the technology being both location and proximity-based issues.
Yeah. So essentially, when you create an app, right? Let's assume you have an app called like Facebook. All of them use GPS technology. GPS is location-based. What we are using here is essentially beacon-based proximity technology. What this means is these are radio signals. When you have a location-based, you would need to have a data plan, if you may. When you have a beacon-based technology, any person who comes in who has a phone can interact with it. There is no need of a data plan. And also the accuracy of this one is to the feet, which location does not provide you that. It tells you exactly where you are as of this moment, up to a feet.
So are you saying that doesn't rely on Wi-Fi or the cell carrier?
It doesn't. It's basically radio signals, and phones inherently have the ability to read the radio signals around, and that's what this is using. So which is one of the major things, like I'm talking about visually impaired people, you might have a tourist who is coming in, does not have a data plan, all they have a phone. They can interact with this.
How much does an individual queue cost?
So this one is $20, but as and when we increase, I would say based on the supply, if at all we would want 10,000 or something like that, the price can go down tremendously.
How much is Schenectady spending on this campaign?
So far, we've spent nothing. We've worked with S-Cube, and they've volunteered to help. In the future, we're probably going to buy some of the beacons. That number has not been decided yet. Again, at the $20 price point, it will not be an expensive investment.
So is S-Cube providing beacons right now in those vehicles here?
That's correct.
They have done that, correct. And there's one that's affixed on the light pole across the street. They put that up Friday, and that one, I believe, is, always cross my fingers on this, I think it's working now.
That one is. On Android devices. So for iPhone, like I said, we would need an app. The app that I think I would tell all the citizens to download in the next week. Once it's up, I'll send a note out to you guys, is Nearby. Because iPhone inherently does not let you send notifications, Android does. So we would need to download the app Nearby, which is going to give you a lot more than notifications. Anything else?
Which specific areas and neighborhoods are you planning on targeting for?
The ability to mount these on police cars, fire trucks, even our garbage trucks will allow us to have complete coverage of the city of Schenectady. And then still researching the potential for fixed-based mounting within specific areas or neighborhoods of the city. So we thank everyone for coming today.
Thank you.
Want everyone to sign up for the police exam, which will be given on October 3rd. Officers here that are available to talk on that, and then there could be additional questions or actually looking at the beacon device or see it mounted out on the pole across the street. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.